Hi.
Hi.
I'm Isabel.
I'm Ian.
Welcome to
This Wild Home. So what are we doing today, Isabel?
We're purging our closet.
Yes, we have so many clothes, more than actually we thought that we did. So we're gonna go through the process.
Which is always the case when you're purging. You take it all out, which we have already done.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to watch us take everything out, but in every purging process that we have, we like to just take everything out and then put it away.
We call it the blitz. So we just go in and grab everything, throw it in the middle of the room, and then we do all.
We want to kind of tell you our process and how we go about purging the closet, because I feel like clothes are kind of not a sensitive topic, but they're personal.
It can be a pretty big deal.
Yeah. The style that you choose to have is something that reflects how you think about yourself, how you want other people to perceive you. When deciding items that you want to keep and give away, it's one of those things where it's almost like if you give something away, you're like giving away part of yourself.
It can be very challenging to try to pick what items you really value. So that's what we're going to try to figure out how to break down today.
The biggest thing to start is making your mindset what you need it to be.
Yeah.
Because if you go into it thinking, oh, I'm just going to get rid of a ton of stuff, which I've done before, you will most likely get rid of stuff that you actually really like, but you're just in this mindset of getting rid of things that you don't even stop to think, okay, do I actually like this? Does this fall into something that I want? Or if you don't go into it being critical enough, you might keep a lot of stuff that you really don't wear as much as you think. So I think the biggest thing to think about is, who am I now? What do I like? What do I do? And then start. I feel like the idea of like a capsule wardrobe or just a slimmed down wardrobe almost makes it seem like the pieces you have to be sure will be there forever. And that's really daunting.
It's kind of a heavy commitment to make, especially if you're somebody that also really likes clothing and fashion and you want to evolve your wardrobe as time goes on. So it's not always a good idea to just pick the forever items. Just pick what you like for now.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be forever. It just has to be right now. You don't have to think about some future self person that you may or may not become. You don't have to think about a past self that you need to stay true to if it's not who you are anymore.
If you are the kind of person that likes to stay home a lot, for example, you don't need to have 4 or 5 suits in your closet, right?
Yeah. So it's really just get your mindset in who you are now and what you do right now and go from there. Once you've kind of gotten into that mindset, think about how you spend your day-to-day right now. Not how you wish you did, but how you actually do. Maybe you wish you did yoga every day, but do you? And will you soon? Maybe, but just think about it. Like for us, we stay at home most of the time. Ian works from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so with that in mind...
For us, it's casual.
Yeah, it's pretty much casual.
Most of our wardrobe is...
all the time.
But we still care about wanting to project something that we really feel good about. But, in our situation, we don't need to have a bunch of suits. We don't need to have a bunch of overly athletic wear. We just got to get what what was shown to work from a day-to-day basis.
Just think about that and be as realistic. If you want to write it down and you actually want to sit down and write down, okay, Monday through Sunday, here's how I spend my time and here are the pieces I usually need for those activities, go for it. I love a good list. Then the next thing you want to do is think about the things that you wear that actually make you feel like great, that make you feel more confident. Pretty much every piece should work for you. You shouldn't have to figure out how to work with it. It should just come naturally. Like you put on your shirt and you're like...
Yeah, it should be an effortless thing. I mean, there should be a feeling when you wear a piece of clothing where you're like, this is totally me. Like I have a sweater, for example, and I love this thing and I've had it forever. And every time I wear it, I feel like, this is just my sweater. But that's kind of how you should feel about a lot of the clothing that you wear is, this is mine, this is me, and this is special and I want to keep it.
Something I really like to do when I'm kind of trying to figure that out is go on Pinterest, of course, make a board for your wardrobe and pin any pin that you could possibly find that seems cool, and then go through and edit it down until you have something that looks really cohesive. You have kind of similar pieces, similar color palettes. When you're going through your closet, almost like shop your closet for that wardrobe and see what you already have. And one thing I really like to say is let there be gaps. It's okay to have gaps in your wardrobe. It's okay if you don't own everything right now that you would like to have or that you need to have, because that just kind of reminds you constantly every time you go to your closet, oh yeah, I need that. And then whenever you find the right one, it'll feel like a dream. And then you're not adding clutter, you're just adding what you need. You're
making more careful decisions, so you're not constantly circling through items that you just may not love in the long run.
Be okay with gaps.
You gotta really like your stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to keep it. That's kind of what I think. That's what we think.
It's the theme is you gotta love it. Once you kind of have all of that down, you are in the right mindset, you know what you do every day, and you know what style you feel the best in, then you can start purging and you make your piles. I like to start my purging with kind of a blitz. Snap decisions. Do I like this? Do I not? Do I maybe like it? You can kind of have that definitely out, definitely staying, and
let me think about it more pile. Yeah.
Just kind of do that. We're gonna go ahead and do that with our clothes. Keep in mind, we purge often, so our purging videos are not these super exciting, like many things to little things kind of a purge. It's more like a few things to less things.
We're fairly quick now because we've gotten a good idea of what we know we like and what we know we don't like, and we're able to make those decisions a lot faster
starting out with. So we're gonna just kind of do our purge, and then we will check back in and tell you what to do with the maybe pile. Here we go. So, chair is empty.
We've done our stuff.
We do have a little bit of a maybe pile. One thing that I know for sure, sequin shorts. I have had these for almost 10 years now. I am a mother of two, a wife. I have no need for little tiny sequin shorts, but I just have not been able to get rid of them. I personally purge my closet at least once a year. Probably in the last 10 years, and these shorts have made it every time, and it's because they are awesome, and I may never wear them ever again, but I cannot let them go. And you know what? That's okay. Even moving into an Airstream, the shorts stay. I had a lot of clothes actually from when I was pregnant, and I got them to kind of fit my big belly, and now I like them. I really like oversized tops, but I just, wasn't really sure how they would fit now that I don't have a big belly. Something that I really needed to try on. Ian had a couple things in here that he just kind of needed to try on just to see how he felt in them. Because sometimes you can look at something and think, oh, I don't really know if I'm into that, or oh, I think that could be okay, but you don't really know until you've actually put it on. So that's kind of what we did with our maybes. I also have a couple items that I had in between my two pregnancies when I got much smaller, so I kind of need to decide if they're worth hanging on to. For that, just in case I go back to my pre-pregnancy weight. Pregnancy messes up a wardrobe like nobody's business. It destroys it. I'm not even going to go into that. That's a whole other video. That's a lot of my maybes come from just the ups and downs of pre-pregnancy weight, pregnancy, and then postpartum, and just trying to balance what's worth keeping and what's not. And that's pretty much it. And now I'm going to talk about organizing. I think the way that you organize your closet has to work for you. A lot of people have standard drawers that they put clothes in and fold them, and I hate folding. I hate putting clothes away. Let's just say that. I have to make it as easy as possible. For my boys, I just have baskets and I just throw their clothes in there when they're clean and take them out when they need to wear them.
If you're organizing your clothes, there's always different systems that you can use that work best for you. I mean, you may want to sort by color, maybe you want to sort by type. All of that is fine. Just as long as it's something that works for you, where you can open the closet and be like, okay, I know exactly what I need, where to get it, and it's a quick process.
Because I think the best thing that you can do for yourself is to make sure that everything that you own has a definite place. So one thing that I have discovered, we got this from Target. We have 2 of them. And this is where I keep all of our underwear. So like undershirts and socks, or like bras and then actual underwear.
All of that stuff, it can take up a lot of space if you don't fold it up tightly and have a spot for it. And it can also kind of get jumbled together where you're like, here's one sock, let me go through the pile, see if I can find the other.
Yep.
This kind of helps, you know, circumvent those problems. And you can pick one up from Target or
It's like
wherever.
$8. So this is really great for the little things that can easily get lost, easily just kind of get jumbled up together. I like to keep that organized. Otherwise, I just kind of hiccup all of our clothes. And then for things like PJs or seasonal wear, I have a box that I just kind of throw it in, so I don't really have to worry about it. And yeah, so that is pretty much it. We're going to show you how we put things away and how we like to organize. So
Sure.
enjoy. Okay, so that is our closet purging and organizing.
Extravaganza.
Yes, strategy.
And now we're in a place where things are a lot more accessible. We know that everything that's in there is something that we really like and that we value. And that peace of mind really, really means something. And whenever we make this transition into the Airstream,
I think we forgot to say that we're doing this because we're moving into an Airstream.
That's true.
So, continue.
Being able to look into this space and knowing that every single item in there is of tremendous value to us. Peace of mind, it's a fantastic thing.
As usual, you can follow along our Airstream journey here, and specifically purging. We're going to be sharing a few more purging videos with you guys. If you kind of get the bug and you're like, hey, I want to get rid of stuff, we actually have a book. It's just a little, like a free workbook over on the blog. I'll link it below. It is kind of just a workbook that walks you through the steps of getting in the right mindset before you purge, the actual purging process, and then just something that you can kind of do to maintain the purge once it's done. And it's just kind of a step-by-step for your whole home, beginning to end. There's like 10 worksheets. It's super fun. So
And it really does help you come to some really important conclusions about what you need to do about the stuff that you have. Because this is not an easy thing for people to do, is be able to look at everything you have and say, is this valuable to me truly or not?
But you know what? It feels good.
Yeah, it does.
That is something that is always on the blog if you are interested, and otherwise we'll be back next time with more purges. Now for the sign off that we're terrible at.
Goodbye. Have a nice night or day, or whatever time it is.
Have a great time, always.
All the time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
We did better that time. Okay.